motion. Many daily tasks are an athletic endeavour. We don't really think about that. But for example, in the winter, no one does anything all summer, like as far as exertion goes, and then it snows and they're outside moving 4 tons of snow. Okay, so snow shoveling is a big one. Okay, digging in the yard, which is what people are doing now, and I'm seeing that this is perfect. They're just coming in messed up because they've been in the yard shoveling and moving leaves and doing whatever. That's happening right this moment, carrying gravel and all that stuff. Hunting and sports, renovations, which you've seen the videos at the beginning. They're just funnies, but they're living independently as we age. Okay, so that can be an athletic endeavour. So many people, even young people, telling me they've got aches and pains in the morning until they've spent about 10 or 15 minutes moving around. With what we're going to do now, actually, I'm going to rewind there slightly. We're going to do some motion evolution. All right. So what I'm going to show you is a warm-up, okay, which is very apropos to do first thing in the morning or in the evening, because that's the other thing. Just before we go to bed, if we've been sat in the car or sat at the desk all day long, then as you'll see, the disc can get affected. And this is just a general warm-up for either the evening or the morning, or maybe even both, and it literally takes you 2 or 3 minutes. All right. I was wondering, can you get me a spine, please? A couple of spine bones. Awesome. Right. Okay. So if you all want to stand up, you don't need tons and tons of space, but yeah, maybe you just go there.
I can go back.
That's it. Awesome. That's perfect. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, so now the most reason people don't do warm-ups is because it's too complicated, or they don't know one, or like the warm-up that I've been doing, I did 30 or 40 years ago. It's super simple. My daughter looks at me and goes, "Dad, that's not a warm-up." But it's worked really, really well for me for the last 30 years, just because ideas change. But again, the principle is the same, and that's movement. So you get movement in your body from top to bottom. And the way I do it, to remember what stretch to do next, is really easy. I start from the top, and I work all the way down. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to start by reaching up. Okay, now here's the caveat. If you do have aches or pains, things that are like in trouble with it, just obviously modify whatever I'm showing you to accommodate that. So we're going to start reaching up. Now we're going to go to our tippy toes. We're going to imagine there's an apples above our head. They're just out of reach of our hand. We're reaching up. So we're going from side to side, just stretching our ankles, stretching everything. Okay? And then, now be careful with this one. We're going to come down. This isn't for everybody. So as you come down, you can put your hands down between the legs and then just push into your knees there, just very gently pushing into your knees. And what you're doing there is stretching your abductors there. Okay. And then we're going to go up again. Another stretch up. Oh, trying to get hold of those apples high up the tree. Okay. Side to side, then down again. And this is just getting, like, imagine you just woke up. This is going to get your blood flowing and the muscles moving. Okay. So that's the top. Then we're going to come down to the head now, so we can actually do our tummy time exercising. Rotate to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're actually going to do some others, because this isn't really tummy time as such. This is more of a warm-up, so we're going to go forward and backwards. And we're going to just have our leg just have a roll gently one way. Oh, Dr. Craig can hear the crunching. And then again to see my chiropractor, and then gently the other way. Okay. And then we're going to bring in the shoulders. All right. So again, it's not complicated. You just start at the top and work down. What's the next bit of your body? So we want to be moving it, and you can move it in different ways. Obviously, do it so it's right for you, and then roll back the other way. And then you can actually start to bring in, get a little bit more dynamic. We're bringing in front crawl there. We're bringing in front crawl. So this is our shoulders. Again, just watch it if you've got trouble with your shoulders. And then we're going to do back crawl. So we're going to go back the other way. Dr. Craig's definitely got some crunching going on that right shoulder. Okay. Then we do breaststroke. Okay, so again, we just start from the top and moving down. So the next part of the body, where are we going to go next, do you think, David? If we're doing our shoulders. Yeah, we're going to do the little waist. So we're going to do a little roll around there, round to the front. go reverse that. Let's go around the other way.
And how many reps in the morning?
Well, really, this is just, you're just warming up, so, I mean, until a couple of minutes, whatever you feel good for. To be honest, I don't really count, I just get going. It's just
Okay.
things moving. Now, you can go forward and backwards, but I don't get caught on camera doing this. So I know someone's going to clip it and I'll be in all sorts of trouble. But it's a nice movement. So you just lifting your pubic bone to the ceiling and down. So, yeah, so you know, you get the idea. Alright, and then we're going to do side bends, so slowly one side and the next. And then, I mean, for me, why wouldn't you want to start your day, you know, in a limbo? Why wait 2 or 3 hours until you've actually moved these parts of your body? You might as well get it going, we're going to go now. So either side. Now, if you want to be really clever, you bring in an S, and that gets really, that gets a little bit trickier. So it's a little bit more weight, bringing in an S, on the side to side, but like I say, whatever works. Okay, now legs, there's all sorts of different things you can do. You can just bend forward and do like forward, middle, back, and stand up. Forward, middle, back. The other thing you can do, this is a nice one, this is going to stretch. So you put 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. There's 2 exercises we're going to do. If we bend this front knee, we can stretch the back leg, alright?
Oh, I see.
So you're stretching the hamstring of the back leg. And the cool thing is you just rock back and you point your toe to the ceiling and you're stretching the calf and the quadriceps, okay? And then you either step through and do the same thing again. So I'm pointing my toe to the ceiling, stretching the back of this leg. And then I'm knee forward and I'm stretching the hamstring down on that one. Okay, and again, where's the next thing we're going to go? Well, we can do calves. We can do calf raises if we want, like on a step or just there. And then ankle rolls, just to make sure it's nice and warm over the lower ankle when we get over around to our daily things. Now this is really just for general, just a general warm up in the morning. Okay, now if you're doing something like running, you probably want to, or if you're walking hard, you probably want to walk for a couple of minutes first. That actually gets you warmed, and then you can do those leg stretches. That's going to work even better before you do, say, an hour's walk or whatever it is that you've got on. So the idea of a warm-up is usually like a minimal selection, a minimal part of the actual overall exercise. So if you're doing it running like a marathon, I'm not saying you can do that, but if you want to run like 4 or 5 kilometers, after 100 or 200 meters, you want to stop and do the stretches there, because after the 200 meters, you've warmed up the muscles that will be, but you don't want to run just straight. And that also makes a big difference as far as the longevity of how far you can go with your walk. Or the warm-up usually is a portion of the actual activity you're going to do, and they call what we've just done a stretch, but I've always used it as a warm-up, and this works really well. I guess the body moving and flowing. Okay, give yourselves a big round of applause. Right, okay.